Hello and welcome to PlayStation Racer. My name is Mitchell Morgan and today we're going to be doing another World Circuit race. But before we do that, I'm just going to pop up to the options. Make sure that we are on the hard race difficulty, which we are. That's the one that we're using for all of these races now. And then we're going to pop it into the World Circuits for the last of the races since the recent updates. So I'm going to head up to the high speed ring. We're going to come across to the World Touring Car 800. And the car that we're going to use, I'll put these in PP order. So you could use the, what have we got up here? We've got the Lexus, could be used with a bit of modification, probably the Nismo. You've got the Lambo as well, is very quick. That would be a good choice. You've got the, you've got the Super Formula there that you could use if you really want to blitz through the traffic. That would be a pretty cool one, but you might have some fuel issues with that. We've got the Ferrari again, maybe some fuel issues. The Porsche could be good choice, but I'm going to go with the NSX Concept for a number of reasons. The main reason being that we're up against the WRX and the NSX and the M6, so we're actually in keeping with the cars that we are racing. With regards to the settings, I'm running the Racing Soft tyres. We've got the output adjustment to 88, ballast of 0 and the power restrictor of 87 for this one. That brings our PP down to 799.14. You could go with a bit of ballast and keep the power up if you wanted to. It's entirely your call on which way you want to go. The rest is all pretty standard. So those were my choices. So let's get into the race. This is the World Touring Car 800 high speed ring, 20 laps, where we need to go from last to first. Now there is weather in the race, so you might want to opt for the intermediate and the wet tyres. Although we're going for a no-stop strategy, that might be something that is going to be forced upon us. Now I'm going to go for the fuel map setting 4 on this one, just to try and make sure that we can get the fuel last to the end. If you want, of course, you could go for a more powerful fuel strategy, but then you're likely to need to pit. As I say, my strategy at the moment is to try and not pit. The brake balance is in the middle, traction control is off, and we will need to worry about the weather at some point because we're almost definitely going to get some weather during this race. But for the moment, I'm more interested in the fuel map, so I'm just going to leave that on just to see how we are doing on fuel. Now, one of the things I'm going to need to do as well is just to manage my tyres. So I don't want to push too hard in the corners. I don't want too much squealing. I just want to make these tyres last as much as we can. Any which way, they are going to wear through the race, so they are going to be pretty worn towards the end of the race. And the car will become a little bit more slippery, and we're going to need to maybe manage that a little bit towards the end. But for now, I just want to push on. See if we can get outside the Subaru. The Subaru's normally pretty quick. He might come back at us. There we go, he's coming back at us. This is a fast corner, so I'm just going to tuck in behind him for the slipstream. Just stay with him. Just going to come up the underneath now. For this corner, I usually brake at the end of, well, just before the white bit, the green bit, sorry. Racing, I can't pick my words. Where you get that green Astro, as here, green Astro down at the third for this corner. Those are my brake markers, those two green Astro bits. Try not to get into the back of the Ferrari. Unfortunately, the Ferrari is going to be able to get up onto this curb. Actually, we're just following through. As we come off the curb, I'm going to go low, just to get that move done. Try and pick up a slipstream on the BMW in front now. So let's just try and talk you through this lap one more time. So into the first corner, this is fast, just flat, don't lift or anything. Just as you get to the end of the green strip, you can start to come down, pick up the apex mid-corner, then let it drift back out to the alcove, not too far. For this corner, I'm looking for the black mark just after the curb there where it goes green, down into fourth gear. I just needed to give the BMW a little bit of room on the outside there. Now I'm looking for the green Astro again. Down into third gear for this one. Just going to need to tuck in behind the BMW and get the opportunity to go up the inside there. Got that move done. I don't think we touched. I'd like to try and get a clean race bonus. Quite hard in this race because you have got to push on. You'll notice that the leader is 23 seconds ahead. Ideally, if we're not going to pit, we want to be around about 20 seconds or less behind him. So the fuel situation at the moment, we're on lap 4 and we've got 14 laps of fuel to go. So hopefully that is going to come to us as we go through the race with this fuel map. It might be that we have to push the fuel map out a little bit more. Not a lot of opportunity to lift and coast or upshift early or any of the usual fuel saving strategies. A lot of this race is just full power. Can we get past the Corvette into this corner? Yeah, just about. He wanted to move over, we just about got that done. Again, just trying to take care of these tyres. We're going to have to go to the left of the Lexus around this corner. I could have followed him through, but it was a bit close. I want to make sure that we can get our line around the bottom to get that move done. He might come off that corner a little bit quicker than us. As we go into this really fast one now. Lexus is underneath us, so just try and pick up a slipstream if we can. Again, this is an overtaking opportunity. 4th gear, come down low. Got that one done. Oh, he's going to come past the stream to this corner, so I'm going to do the old switcheroo. Up on the curb this time, all the way to the end. That feeds you nicely into this bank curve. Just follow the tyre marks, bring you down onto the bottom of that curb and then back out to the outside. Again, just keeping an eye on the fuel strategy, keeping an eye on the tyres. Just trying to keep this smooth to look after the tyres at the moment. Hopefully when the rain comes it won't be too heavy. Otherwise it will completely undermine this strategy. Just got a little bit of squeal on the tyres there, so just open the steering wheel slightly, just to lose the squeal. I'm going to have to go low for this corner. Let's get the overtake done on the Supra. The leader is 19 seconds away at the moment, so we're starting to get into that window for the pit stop. Again, following the black lines. It's basically the 100-metre board, that one, but I tend to use the green strip. I prefer it. The same way I use the green strip here. Down at the third, just looking after these tyres. All got a bit up on the curb, a bit much there. A little bit too greedy on the curb. Accelerating on the apex. It'd be good if we can get on the back of these cars. That will give us a nice tow down the long straight. So we'll try and take their line, see if we can get some slipstream. think we might have done. Got a couple of cars pitting. Just going to continue to use the slipstream through this corner. There we go, have to be careful through this one as we take a slightly different line. Oh, the Alpha nearly came over and hit us. Managed to just avoid him, I think. Just have to be really careful through these corners. That was a bit dicey. Up into 9th. More cars pitting. I haven't looked at the weather yet. We ought to do that very, very soon. To see if we can pick up a slipstream on the Aston Martin. Let's move across to the weather. Weather's fine at the moment. That's 5th. Just listening for the tyres through here. Of course, the more cars that pit, the better it is for us if the weather comes and we all need to pit for inters. It'd be nice if these all pit before that weather comes. Got 8.7 laps of fuel left, so we might need to move the fuel out slightly, a little bit more possibly. Just keep an eye on that. Just trying to push through that corner to get in front of the NSX. Should be able to get a nice tow from my Zono through here. Going to come off and down the bottom, but he could well come through and overtake me down this long straight. Let's just see what the weather's doing. It's clear at the moment. The sky doesn't look too bad. We're up into 3rd at the moment. I'm just going to take the fuel map right the way out to 6 at the moment. Just to see if we can conserve just a little bit more fuel. "12 seconds behind the leaders. So if we can try and maintain that. It might be a bit hard on a fuel map of 6. But the tyres are looking pretty good. We've been looking after them nicely. Okay, so we've got another one of the leaders are in. So we've just got Fragger in front of us now to pit. Looks like they're all staying on slicks for the moment, which is good. I would imagine that Fragger is going to be in this pit this time. Just getting a bit concerned. I might have left the fuel a little bit low. That's fragger in. What's the weather doing? Oh, we got weather. We have got weather. So we've now got the weather to think about. We've got fuel to think about. That weather doesn't look too bad at the moment. Let's just continue monitoring the fuel. Of course, the cars behind are fueled up to the end of the race. They've got fresher tyres on. They should be able to stay on the fuel map 1. So we can't hang around. So that's the end of lap 13. So we've got 7 laps to do and we've got just under 6 laps of fuel. In some respects, I could do with some rain right now. Just going to need to early upshift a little bit more. Just watching the tyre wear as well. It's not too bad at the moment. Just watching that right rear. Might just have to push the brake balance forward ever so slightly just to compensate for that if we need to. Just continuing to fuel save. Looks like that weather is looking good at the moment. Looks like that might actually be clearing away. tyres squealing a little bit. Just going to take the brake balance to -2, just push it forward a little bit. Just to help out that rear tyre a little bit. Changing up early again. Weather's clearing. 4 laps to go and we're 3.9 fuel. Portilla's starting to close that gap a little bit. Just still fuel saving for the moment. So now we're into tyre saving, fuel saving, and trying to monitor the gap to Portilla behind. 6.5 seconds at the moment. We've got 3 laps of fuel left. So this is looking close but okay at the moment. Well, Portilla's in for another stop. That gives us a nice 13 seconds to the car behind. So just continuing to early upshift. .6 laps of fuel. As we come across the line, we've got lap 19 and 20. 2 laps to do, 2.5 laps of fuel. So we're looking good. We're just going to continue to do what we're doing. The tyres are looking okay. The weather's looking okay. The sun is starting to set. Everything is looking really nice here. I don't think for 1 minute we will, but we've even got a back marker just up ahead. I'm not worrying about back markers and lapping back markers. In fact, catching the back markers is going to present us with an issue of overtaking, so don't really want to even worry about them right now. All I want to do is bring this home ahead of Fraga in second. That gap down to 13.5 seconds. Remember, he's got no fuel issues, he's got no tyre issues. Fresher tyres. As we come across the line, the fuel saving's been working really well. Last lap, we've got 1.7 laps of fuel. Got a Corvette on the inside. Just going to take the fuel map to 4 for the moment, just to give us that little extra boost. I could go further, I don't want to go further. I've been used to fuel map 4 with this car. I know how it handles. I don't want to do anything silly at this stage in the game. People are still pitting. That's possibly 2 pit stops a lot of these guys have been doing. We've done this on no pit stops. Soft tyres. Strategy has worked beautifully. Just looking after the tyres. Looking after the fuel. Watching what we're doing. 14.5 seconds ahead now. We've still got 1 full lap of fuel. I could actually gone a little bit heavier on the fuel if I wanted to. We didn't need to. The weather was favourable. We're going to bring this across the line to win by over 15 seconds. Wow, what a race. What a race. That was all about strategy, managing the tyres, managing the corners, how we went through the corners, managing the fuel, different fuel settings, then looking at the tyres and moving the brake balance back slightly. Wow. We won that by 16.5 seconds. What a race. What a race. So first place. We didn't get a clean race bonus, unfortunately, on that one. I must have just touched somebody at some point during the race. But I'm not going to worry about that. Really pleased with that one. So that is how I did this World Touring Car 800 series race at High Speed Ring. All about strategy. We went for the no pit stop strategy, where some of the other cars were pitting once or twice. Needed to manage the tyres, needed to manage the fuel, but we managed to bring that one home. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, please hit the like button. If you're new around here, please hit the subscribe button, and if you are back for more as a subscriber, thank you ever so much for continuing to support my channel. I'm extremely grateful, and I look forward to seeing you on another video coming very soon. That's all the World Circuit races done up till now, so no more for the moment. But the next time we get an update, I'll be watching for more and running those as and when. For now, we are live streaming at 9 o'clock in the evening UK time. A little bit daily races, a little bit of lobby races with channel subscribers. So if you're around at that time and you can, come and join us. It'd be great to see you in the chat. It'd be great to see you in a race. In the meantime, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.